snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden.
Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Start the drive with Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll look to throw again. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Vikings at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. First down. Here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want to touch it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. 6 yards left on 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 3rd down, Winston. This is caught. It's Hardy. Touchdown, New Orleans. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Cook following the penalty. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Following the interception, Winston. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. There's Chris Olave. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jameis now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. To throw is Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jameis to throw it. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Winston now to throw on first down.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
30, past the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Adam Troutman,
81 yards.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17, Vikings 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the locker. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Winston. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Winston. And he will slide down with a good gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Throwing, Winston. 20! And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Complete 2.4 times. 24-yard gain on the play. First down,
from the red zone now, Winston. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
And here for it's now 2nd and 6. Vikings 16-yard line.
From the 16, Winston. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First down goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
Finding room at midfield. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and inches. He finds his man, complete. That's Osborne. Touchdown, Vikings!
KJ Osborne.
37 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Deontay Hardy on return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now Winston.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw is Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 21.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Now a second down and 6.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Winston now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Wesco.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on second down. Winston toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Winston to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Winston here to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A higher scoring game Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast